Previously on Back to the Future 4, the search for Marty.
My dad went missing in 1999. Then one night, I received a mysterious package. It was a message from my dad. It told me to go see the doc.
It's a time capsule from the future.
Inside was a hologram of Dad.
Hey, Doc, it's me, Marty. You gotta come find me.
And the doc told me about a letter he received back in 1999. Who gave you this letter?
You did.
So Doc and I went back upstairs. Time capsules from the future, letters from the past. My head was spinning. Doc, you've got to explain it to me, but talk slow.
Marty, we've got all the time in the world.
The doc sat down. He looked exhausted. And then he began. He told me about 1955 and 1985, 2015, and about the almanac, and how they changed my future. But something didn't make sense.
Marty, you look troubled.
It's just that 2015 has come and gone. And we don't have flying cars.
I've often wondered that myself. I suspect at some point in history, a pivotal genius somehow gave up on science, and hover technology never got off the ground. I see you're still not sure. Maybe this will convince you.
The doc pulled something from his bag.
They call it a hoverboard.
Whoa, this was incredible. So it's all true. Doc, tell me, where did you go next?
We went back to the year 1855. And that's where I met Clara.
The doc looked distant, trapped in the past. I could sense a deep sadness, a regret.
But that, my boy, is a story for another day.
That night I stayed at Doc's. He sat me down and asked me one question.
Marty, are you ready to go back?
Yes. I was up bright and early that morning. The sun had barely peeked over Hill Valley. Doc said the sooner we get started, the better. And when Doc Brown says sooner, he means yesterday.
Yesterday would have been a good time to start.
He took me out back to what he called the warehouse. But something caught my eye. Hey, Doc, what's a Mr. Fusion?
Just like the hoverboard, a piece of the future that never arrived. That, my boy, is what powers the flux capacitor.
Doc worked around the clock, day and night, like the laws of time didn't exist. We hit the junkyard that weekend, collecting parts for the new time machine. I didn't know much about science, but I tried. And bit by bit, we made progress. One day, while Doc was working, I climbed the old water tower out back. All my life, I've kept this in my pocket. Me, Dad, and Mom, all of us together. I'll never forget that day. Dad, I'm coming to find you. I couldn't sleep that night. I just lay there, listening to the ticking of a clock, staring at the ceiling. Tomorrow was the big day. And I wasn't the only one. Doc couldn't sleep too. I heard him tossing and turning like something was on his mind. I saw a flicker of light from under Doc's door. Doc, is everything okay?
Marty, it's time I told you about Clara. So after we left 1885, well, we didn't just go somewhere. We went everywhere. We saw Rome in its golden age, marble streets gleaming in the sun. We witnessed some of the worst moments in history and some of the greatest. Watched the pyramids rise stone by stone. We stood in the crowd as the Wright brothers defied gravity, and we cheered until our voices were gone. Clara and I were always very careful to never interfere with history. We were visitors, not participants, but we thought it was important for the boys to experience history up close. And then there was the day we went back to the late Cretaceous. It was like a lost world. There we were, the first humans in history to see real-life, living dinosaurs. But as you can imagine, we didn't stay too long. Oh, we saw it all, Marty. Front row, popcorn in hand, and the world gave us its most explosive performance. After years of roaming, we longed for a place to call our own. We found it on a quiet ranch in Montana, 1910. And for a while, life was perfect. That is, until Clara fell ill. I took her to the best doctor 1910 had to offer. The leeches didn't help. So we went to 2015. Still no cure. 2115. Medicine beyond my wildest imagination. And yet, nothing. Desperation led me to the year 2200. But Earth was silent. The city stood empty, abandoned. An old newspaper told the story. An asteroid was days away, and humanity had fled to Mars. It was then I did my final jump. Desperate for anything. The year 3000 gone. The world a desolate wasteland. For Clara, there was to be no cure. So we went home, back to 1910, where she passed away, with our boys by her side.
Doc, that was beautiful.
Get some rest, Marty. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day.
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.
Now, eventually you do plan to have time travel on your time travel video, right? Hello?
My heart was pounding. Was I really doing this? Going back to the year 1999?
Marty, you cannot interfere with past events. Find out what happened to your dad, but whatever you do, don't attract any attention.
Hey guys, so that was episode 2 of a 4-part series. Episode 3 is coming along pretty soon. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment. If you hated it, also leave a comment. And if you want to see more content like this, then maybe consider subscribing. Alright, thanks guys.